Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4,
Good morning, everybody. Getting a little late start here. Wanted to leave earlier, but I just couldn't sleep last night. That's what I'm looking at. I'm installing a new, well, not new. I got a tablet from Amazon a long time ago when I first started for them, and I am downloading or updating logs. I have a Wi-Fi hotspot in here now, and I am going to use the tablet for everything, and my phone's going to be for recording and taking phone calls only. But anyways, I wanted you all to have a great day, and thanks for watching. I'll be leaving out of Mississippi here soon and heading to up to Illinois. Plan is to make it about an hour out by tonight, and it's a long drive. Up to my delivery is over 11 hours because there's good excuse me, because of construction. So, and then this back road's slow too. Oh man, I sure went down the wrong hole. But anyways, thanks for watching. Y'all have a great day. Alright, y'all, getting ready to head over to the yard. And, get on out of here. Hopefully everything good with that trailer still. I put it to half a tank yesterday, and gonna go ahead and where I'm going is about, I need to fix this camera when I get to the yard. I need about an hour and a half. To the where I was stopping the fuel at, and I'm gonna get truck fuel to I also need to move my trailer tires to I need to move my trailer tires forward one hole to get weight a little bit more on the trailer tires. You know, about 34 on the trailer, 34 on drives, and then 12 on your steer axles, steer tires. The only thing is yesterday I was right. I was under 34, but if I put the fuel in that I would need to put in, I'd be over 34 on my drives. So, I'm gonna go ahead and back under here, turn on my running lights, do my pre-trip. Get back with you guys here in a minute. Alright, y'all, did my walk around, check my tires, all my good stuff, with my tandems, trailer tires. Now I'm just waiting a couple more minutes for some to have enough hour pre-trip roll. You can't roll. They're like 15 minutes, but they never say anything to me. It only takes me quite a couple minutes to do my walk around, all my pre-trip and everything, everything done like that. And gonna put stuff on my GPS. I'm using my tablet. This tablet I have now. Using that. Using this for everything except recording. I'm gonna use my phone to record. I have this already tied into the Bluetooth. I got my Wi-Fi hotspot in the back. Try to keep the service on it, and because it's a Wi-Fi only tablet. And but Pilot. What's that town? Winona. Here, add stop. Here, custom profile. I gotta make one for empty. There used to be a bridge that was there used to be a bridge that was at, like, I think it was like a 20-ton bridge or something like that, so you couldn't know it was like, but they rebuilt the bridge. They actually took that bridge out, put in an actual 80,000-pound bridge in. And just gonna do this. Vehicle dimensions, total weight. Change it to 35,000 pounds, and then that's going to put me at 34. I don't know what my empty weight's going to be. Let's just put 15, I guess. Give me the new route. I think that's right. It looks right to me. Alrighty then. I'll get rolling here in a second. now. That back road. Everybody likes to haul butt down that road on those back roads, and I used to do 5 over, and I got pulled over twice. I didn't get a ticket or anything, but I just don't play on those back roads. And so I'll run the speed limit. Everybody else can get mad. I get people that tailgate me. And all that good stuff. And I can tell people want to haul tail, but not me. I don't go that fast on those back roads anymore. Even after my accident, I'm more cautious. And but yeah. So once we get over here, hopefully it ain't too busy. Anyways, I'll go ahead and pull up here. Now I'm going to get off of recording, and I use my app to get fuel and start pumping all that stuff. Oh, they're not too busy today. You got people like to park on shoulders over here as they're pulling out. They like to park on the shoulder and that driveway over there, and you can't see around them, and you got businesses down there that could possibly have people coming, but you can't see around them, even though it says no parking at all. But I don't know what's going on with this dang truck. I hit the brakes and I'm stopping, and then right at the last second, it wants to feel like it wants to release the brake and then go back into the brake. Funny thing is, on that back road, I had a pickup truck that ran that stop sign for that trailer. They ran the stop sign. And I passed them, and then they passed me on the 2-lane again, and I ain't gonna probably be able to get reefer fuel. This got parked here. I don't know how to park right, and but then he parked over in he was parked over at a place 15 minutes up the road. It was weird. That's how they are. But anyways, I will go ahead and get back with you guys. Y'all, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. It's Uncle Rob. It's Chucky. What? Oh, no way.
halftime report. That's my friend. Well, not my friend, but a subscriber I watch. Vegas Matt, he always does halftime reports. He's a slot guy, but I was just back there watching his YouTube channel. But anyways, I stopped for a 30-minute break. I'm over here in Missouri, just north of Hades, Missouri. I still got about another 6-hour drive to go. I parked at a rest area because I got food in the truck and all that good stuff. But I still don't have an appointment. I was told that my just to show up after my 10-hour break in the morning. So whenever I get my 10-hour break in, just head in. And if that changes, she'll let me know. But I'll be getting ready to roll here in a few minutes. Alright, thanks for watching. actually the longest it ever took me to get here from our yard. In my Volvo would actually go a little bit faster, and I could make it up here with a little bit more time to spare. I only had 15 minutes on my drive clock tonight. It said I did 699 miles tonight, so I calling it a night. I'm in Peotone or something, Illinois, about 45 minutes to an hour from my delivery in the morning, and it did take a little bit longer, like I said, to get here, and so it's 9:41. I was planning to be here at 9 o'clock, but a lot of construction, more construction than normal. Normally there's only like 1 or 2 locations with road lane closures and everything, but from almost the Illinois state line all the way up, there's at least 5 construction areas, and normally, like I said, it's normally 2, and they just slowed them down. But anyways, I want to thank you all for watching, and you all have a great night, and please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thank you.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is